Hi, my name is Mike Lewin. I'm running for Borough President. This video is essentially my closing statement since the election is only 2 days from now. So what I'd like to do is really explain the purpose of my candidacy and why you should consider voting for me. My candidacy is based on 3 ideas. Idea number 1, law of supply and demand applies to housing. And of course, we saw this in 2020 as demand for New York City housing, at least in certain neighborhoods, went down. Rents went down as well. And as demand went back up, rents went back up as well. So therefore, number 2, if the law of supply and demand applies to housing, it logically follows that building more supply or building enough more supply will bring rents down, or at least cause rents to stop rising. In other words, have less zoning and more housing. And then third, I believe that this possible decrease in rent, or at least slowing down rent increases, is really important for the city. It's important enough, in fact, that it might be worth inconveniencing some people who already have houses. In other words, yes, people might have to tolerate a few more New Yorkers and whatever inconveniences that go along with that, but I think getting lower rents is worth that. And so if you believe those 3 things, you should vote for me. Now, I have to acknowledge my chances of winning are probably not very high. In fact, I would say my chances are probably pretty close to 0 since the last Libertarian running got 1% of the vote. On the other hand, the last Republican running got only 12%, so you'd be wasting your vote just as much if you vote for the Republican. But even so, voting for me is valuable because it sends a message. The more votes I get, the more the ultimate winner can look at that and say, well, you know, there's a constituency of people who really believe building more housing is important. And that winner might be a little more pro-housing than he would be otherwise. And that's really my goal. So on that note, see you on the campaign trail for a couple of more days.